Hi, I'm Courtney, and together with my husband Steve, we are a Stream in Life. We travel full-time in our 30-foot Airstream travel trailer all over the US and have been doing so for months now. And today I'm here to talk about how to store shoes in an RV or Airstream. You obviously can't have quite as many shoes as you might have in a house. Well, I guess you could, but we don't. We each have 5 pairs of shoes: sneakers, hiking boots, sandals, slippers, and dress shoes. Dress shoes don't get used very much, but we have them. Now, the big question is, where do you put them so that they're easy to put on and off, easy to get to, but away? Because I can't stand having things out. So here's what we figured out. First, we have this screen door on our Airstream. Most Airstreams have one, a lot of other RVs do as well. We cut down a shoe rack from IKEA. This is the bottom part of the shoe rack. And we just pinned it to the screen on the Airstream. And this right here, this bottom row, is where we store the shoes we wear on an everyday basis. So Steve's sneakers would normally go right here, though he's wearing them. And my sneakers would normally go right there. And when I'm not wearing my sneakers, I'm wearing my slippers. And so I interchange the two of them. This is where we can come into the Airstream, sit down, take off our shoes immediately, or have them there to put on real quick before we leave the door. So this was our solution to having quick access to the shoes we use the most. We highly recommend having somewhere to keep at least 1 or 2 pairs of shoes directly near your door. It makes everything a lot easier. Now, the rest of our shoes we store other places in the Airstream. Here in our closet, which we use for all sorts of purposes, we have the rest of the shoe rack that was on the screen door. And again, we have one row for shoes. So here right now we have Steve's sandals, and my dress shoes, because I wore them recently. You could put more pairs of shoes in here as well, if you had them. Having and using your vertical storage to store your shoes is critical when in a space this small. So whether that's the inside of a door, the inside of a closet like we are doing, or you can cut up these shoe racks and put them wherever you have space. People put them, if you don't have drawers or things under your bed, you can just tack them or nail them to the sides under your bed and you can have individual shoe storage there. The sky is the limit when it comes to where you can put these things. So think outside the box about where you could put shoe storage, and that can really help. The last pair of shoes I want to show you are our hiking boots. Those are much bigger. They don't really fit real well in this shoe rack, and they're usually pretty dirty. And we like to let them dry out, air out a little bit when we go hiking. So you could use a shoe rack like this, or a plastic shoe rack, and put one in each individual pocket, or you can find space that is conveniently there in your RV. For us, in the Airstream, that's under the bed. So under the bed, we have our normal drawers, which we use and can access from here in the bedroom. We also have the big storage access panel from the back of the Airstream. However, there are 2 compartments that you cannot access except when you lift the bed, and they are right here and right there. And they happen to be the perfect size to store a pair of hiking boots once they're dried out. Now, our hiking boots we use a decent amount, but we don't use every day. They're not what we're going to put on just to go walking around the campground or whatever. And so they're really something that we know we're going hiking, we take them out, we put them on, we come back from the hike, we clean them off, let them dry out, and then we put them back in here. So it really works out well to have this storage as well for our shoes. Our tips for shoe storage in an RV or Airstream. Think about what shoes you have and what shoes you need. Whether this be your full-time home or a weekend travel trip, really think about what you could do with and without. Like I said, we've narrowed our shoe choices down to 5 pairs of shoes each and have not been disappointed yet. So have something for every occasion or every opportunity. I know some people might mountain bike or do different activities that need specific shoes, so there might be other shoes involved with that, but in general, just try to pare down to what you really need and love. That'll make it a lot easier to find where to store them. Next tip, try to make some kind of shoe storage near your door. Doesn't have to be for all your shoes, just for the shoes that you use the most often. You can always switch them out, but it makes it so much more convenient on that rainy day when you want to come in and take your shoes off immediately to have some place that you can store them. Third, think about vertical storage for shoes. A lot of people think they need to have a drawer or a shelf or something down near the floor. No, you can also have high vertical storage. Think about using a shoe rack that you might get for behind a door, but cut it up. Put it places you may not think. Put it along the edges of your bed. Put it near the front door under the counter. Put it inside your closet like you saw us do on our screen door. Think about the places that you have that are not getting used for storage, and you can use that shoe rack for shoes and other things in your vertical space. Finally, also look for interesting little cubbies or places that are not being used for storage otherwise. You can use those for shoes as well, as long as the shoes are not shoes you use every day. For instance, our hiking boots we store under our bed in little cubbies that have no other purpose, and therefore we're making a good use of space and we have a perfect spot for them to be. That's it on our tips on how to store shoes in an Airstream or RV. If you have any tips or tricks, we'd love to hear them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, if you'd like to follow our journeys around the country right now, full time, please subscribe to our channel, and we will see you next time. Bye guys. Hi, I'm Courtney, and together with my husband Steam, oh my God, Steve.
Steam. I'm Steam.